Alright, so he's going back. We forgot a generator for the pit trailer, but he has, that's Timmer. He has the Blue Razor and the 1600. Dad's towing with his Dodge and the toy box, and then Pop's got the motorhome and the, let's see if you can see it, the pit trailer's behind that, and then James came and picked up the one car, and Uncle Perm has a Pro R, so we're gonna go grab that generator and then we'll be on our way to the races. Okay, I didn't record last night, but we made it. We got everything unloaded and set up, and then if you look behind us in the mirror, you can see that we are now towing the one car, and we're gonna go over to a little spot that we have we just go run the cars real quick, and we're gonna try to get this thing used to the elevation, because when we went and ran at Battleground, it was running into some issues with the computer killing the car. So I did it about 4 times during qualifying, and we never had an issue with it again, so we're just gonna try to eliminate that part of it. Okay, we just ran the one car, didn't hiccup one bit. He just did one pass, it was good to go. And on our way back, we decided to stop at the uphill road crossing that people fly at 130 miles an hour to just take a look at it and see how scary it's gonna be during the race. So they're already over here looking at it. Let's go take a look at it.
This, if we follow it, I think it's going straight, you know what I mean?
We are now at the Tropicana for qualifying registration for the Pro R and the one car. So let's see what's going on in here. Okay, so we are Pro R is currently in staging for qualifying. They are going on their site lap right now. I don't know if you can really see it, but 10 cars and unlimited UTVs. So we're gonna try to go find a spot right now. Alright, we are running back to the pits real quick. They're going to swap some GoPros from the Pro R to the one car. And we'll be back up here to watch the one car start or qualify. Okay, so the one car qualifying is done, and now we're just waiting on time for both of them. But I'm sitting in the middle of the Dodge with my dad and Papa, and this is really not a good idea because they keep just hitting me and grabbing me. But we are going to dinner at this Mexican place. Yes, that. Okay, we just got back from dinner, and I just got done editing one of the previous YouTube videos that you'll see before this one. It is exporting right now, but I will see you guys tomorrow for tech for all the cars and registration for all the cars, so that we can go racing on Saturday. Okay, so I'm in the Blue Razor with Stupid. Dad's in the 1600. We got the whole crew behind us, and we are headed to tech and contingency. So I'm gonna have Junior stick this camera out the back and show you who's all behind us. Okay, we are back from tech. We're going to meet up with Mike Meehan at the same little testing spot and go get the 1600 jetted right. Make sure everything is good to go on that one. Alright, well, he tried to turn around with the trailer, so we unload the 1600 now. and he's got to pull him out because he is a 2-wheel drive only. Pops over here too. Okay, we are back from the driver's meeting and testing the 1600, and Dad is at staging for 1600 qualifying. So we are all grabbed chairs and headed down that way to watch him qualify. Alright, we're done with qualifying. We're still waiting for times. Mike Meehan, the motor builder, came over, started cleaning the air filter, went ahead and parked that, sitting around, and we just saw it crack in one of the welds. So I'm going to record a little bit of what they're doing without getting yelled at and getting tools for them as well. Well, I didn't record anymore tonight, but okay, so I didn't record anymore tonight, but the 1600 is welded up and ready. The one car is fixed and a new coil put on, and then tomorrow is race day. So the one car, the 1600 and the Pro R will go out for just a sight lap in the morning, and then the Blue Razor will go out for sportsman, and then the 1600 and the Blue Razor will go out for their heat. And there'll be a heat in between that, and then the Pro R will go out, and then there's a heat in between that, and then the one car will go out. So it's a lot of races tomorrow, but I'm going to bed. So I'll see you guys in the morning. What got cut off was my dad saying that we did get the timing back, and the 1600 qualified first. So that will be starting in the front by itself tomorrow. Okay, it is after the Blue Razor and the 1600 heat. It's definitely been chaotic. The Blue Razor went out. Sportsman blew a belt within 13 at the right around the 13-mile marker. We got it towed back here. Threw another belt on it. Barely got it out there for the 1600 and the actual race for the Blue Razor. Got out there. My dad went off the line, started first because he qualified first. I started off the line side by side with this dude. I started chasing him, got around one car, and then was on his tail again, and the belt blew within like 5 miles. So something's there. We believe it's the clutches aren't aligned right again. So my brother took it to a local power sports dealer here that had the tool. He's aligning that. I'm about to head out to Vegas because we found another power sports dealer that has a clutch for that car. The primary clutch that we're running into issues with, they have a new one in stock, and we believe that's also part of the issue. So I'm gonna run to Vegas. He should be getting back shortly with the car. We'll throw it together and hopefully be ready to go tomorrow. The other thing is, Dad started first, ended first. We're pretty sure he got first place today, which is amazing. And hopefully I'll do it again tomorrow, but it's about time to head out to Vegas so that we can hopefully make it back for one car heat. All right, we just got out of the dealership and we got a new clutch and new belt. Okay, I really didn't do good at recording today. The Blue Razor is back together. We got the new clutch on, new belt on, everything kind of sorted out with that. My brother took it to a different dealership in Bullhead and got the clutches aligned while I went up to Vegas, got the clutch and belt. Everything's good to go on this. He's going to be running in the morning. If everything's going good, then he'll run it in the main race. And if everything is still going after 2 laps, we'll do a fuel and driver change just so I can get some more seat time in it, because I really didn't even make it a full lap technically. So that's the plan for the Blue Razor. 1600 didn't really have too many issues today. We did lose 1 bolt out of the spring plate, but we got a replacement thanks to, I can't remember who it was, but we got a replacement for that. Mike Meehan checked the valves, got the motor all freshened up, cleaned the air filter, and this thing's ready to go. This thing's still leading in 1600, so hopefully it continues that tomorrow and sets a fast lap so we can get some race lines on Mom's Max. The Pro R only had 1 loose bolt that started loose and that we noticed, so we tightened that up, and it worked its way up to 4th for today. So hopefully we can continue working our way up and maybe get a podium for this car tomorrow. So me and Pop will be in this tomorrow as well. Unfortunately, the 1 car motor went out, and that is done and DNF'd this race. But we'll get it back to the shop, figure out what's going on with it, and get it another chance. Something broke. Look it loose. Okay, well, this race didn't really go how we wanted it to. Obviously, you guys saw last night that the 1 car motor blew up, so that thing didn't race today. 1600 went out in Sportsman, did great, and then went out in the race, did awesome. He did 2 laps. I got in. We were making passes, reeling everybody back in. Obviously, we couldn't win because we didn't finish yesterday, but still showing that the car is somewhat fast and giving us confidence, and you can see time in it. And then on lap 4, I was actually probably about 3 or 4 miles away from finish, chasing a guy through a wash and some really dusty stuff. I don't know what happened, but it's almost like a misfire, so we don't know if one of the coils or the coil went bad or if one of the spark plugs went bad. I don't know, but it started running rough, and I was dumb enough to just pull off and not finish the day, which I'm still beating myself up about, but pulled off, went down power line, made it back to the pit, and so this thing didn't finish. My dad was running up front still, got gapped a little bit off the start, but was reeling them back in, and the motor blew up in the 1600 as well. So Blue Razor didn't finish, 1600 didn't finish, one car didn't even start the day 2. Pro was going out. He worked his way up to second on time, and around lap 3 or 4, I can't remember exactly which one it was, he got to the road crossing and the ball joint blew up. So they're actually on their way right now to go get him, but none of our cars finished this race, which is sucky. We thought for sure that Pro R, he was gaining time, catching the guys in front of him, and then that happened. So we're gonna get them ready, see what the next race is, but we're packed up for the most part on this trailer, hooking up the other stuff, and getting ready to head home and get these cars unloaded and cleaned off, and just ready for whenever we want to start prepping them again. But this race definitely didn't go our way. Okay, it is the Sunday after the race, so about a week ago the race happened. We got the Blue Razor back, we pulled it somewhat apart, and we actually found out that the spark plug tip bent back into itself, so it wasn't allowing it to spark. So we gapped it back to what it's supposed to be, put it back in, and the car is running great. So we don't know if it's some kind of carbon buildup or something like that, but we'll get some new spark plugs and try to figure out what happened there, and then that thing need a little bit of cleanup and prep, and it'll be ready. We still don't know what race we want to run in that yet, but 1600 is probably going to go into retirement for a little bit. It's kind of shoved back into the corner now, and Dad's going to pull everything apart, like pull the motor out of it, pull the tranny, and then pull the whole front end apart. But it probably won't race until next year, just because we got other stuff going on, and we're going to try to get some Razors going instead of the 1600. The Pro R is not here, but it was the driver left-hand side, so driver front ball joint snapped. So when it should get here next week, and I'll show you what happened exactly, but we don't know what we're going to do. We're probably going to get the upgraded Geyser Brellers front end for that thing, but that won't happen for a little bit, so that thing will probably come back in, get tore down, and just wait until it's ready to go. One car, a lot of stuff has to happen with this. The whole motor's getting pulled back out of it, the whole front end completely, so shocks, A-arms, tie rods, everything. So it'll basically be pretty much bare in the front end or the front bulkhead. Same for the rear end, rear trailing arms, or whatever you want to call them, shocks, CVs, and then obviously the engine needs to get pulled out of it as well. We don't know if we're going to get this one rebuilt or a new one built that has some more horsepower, which will make it go faster, which will be scarier, but I mean, it's always a good thing to go faster when you're racing. So whenever we get some stands built for this thing, we're going to start pulling it apart. But what I mean by stands, this is the first one me and Dad worked on today. This is going to be a shock stand. So we're going to line up 8 shocks down each side of it, so there'll be little studs coming off of it, and the shocks will hang, and they'll hit a little strap that's going across from there to there. So we could do Harpo's car and the Blue Razor, and then all the one-car shocks on the other side. We still need to figure out what we're going to do with the Pro R and 1600 shocks, but that would definitely be a lot better than just having them laying out on the ground or on a bench or something. So we'll actually have a cart for that, and then we're going to start building carts so that instead of like jack stands or something, they'll go underneath the cars and just hold them so we can still roll them around. Because the jack stands are nice because it holds off the ground, but then you can't move it if you say need to push a car into one bay and then that other car needs to come in. You kind of have to get the wheels on, and if you have it all tore apart, you can't really get the wheels on without doing a bunch of work just to undo it. So we're gonna get roll carts built for that. The Blue Razor, Harpo's car, the 1600 has one, but it needs to be upgraded and some bigger wheels put on it. And then possibly the one car. We don't know what we're going to do about that yet because just how heavy it is. But that's kind of like the little race update, and this will be the end of the video. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday when I start the next one.